Hello there, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Janice. Hello, H. Davis. How's everybody doing tonight? Thursday night. Thursday night. Hello, Lisa B. Always. Belinda. Hello, Inga. Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Roxy D. Lovey. You're okay? You gotta do better than okay here. Get that smile up. Turn that frown upside down. Be happy. Trooper's mom. Hello, hello. Roxy D. Patty Allen. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you all. I hope everybody's okay. Everybody doing well tonight. Good evening. Good to see everybody. Come on in. Come on down. Like Ann, hello. Great to see you. Hope you're doing good. Sebastian Strong. Absolutely. Miss Keto, Guidance, hello. Mama 5. There's so much going on and you're confused. Honey, just ignore all this stuff out here. Nothing to be confused about. That's what they want. They want you to be confused. I'm just don't be confused. When you get confused, just go count to 10 and say, nope, we ain't gonna go there. Hey, Dreamer, hello, hello. Laura, hello. Welcome, welcome. Everybody hit that like button tonight. Pretend you're at the carnival because you already hit that like button. Whoop, whoop. Let's hit that like button. America's Most Wanted. America's Most Wanted right now is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. There you go. America's Most Wanted. Anybody knows anything about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Let's get that out of the way. If you've seen something, if you've heard something, if you know anything, he has been missing, 396 days thereabouts? There's a $347,000 reward. Sally Carson, hello. He was 15 when he was missing, when he went missing from his home. These are all my flyers from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. His mom, Katie Proudfoot, was the last one to have known to be seen with him at Texas Roadhouse. They went home on Stafford Court in Hendersonville, Tennessee, Sumner County. He's now 16 and he is still missing. Male, white, brown hair, brown eyes, 5'5", 120 pounds. He was last seen February 25th, 2024. Again, in the area of Stafford Court, Hendersonville, Tennessee. Sebastian has a medical condition that may impair his ability to return home safely without assistance. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Sebastian, please contact Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838 or the Bureau of Investigations at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Again, these are some of the photos of him. You can also call 1-833-TELL-DOG. Hey, Holly. Hello, hello, hello. Patty Allen, not crazy. Hello. Trooper's mom, Sally Carson. I wouldn't miss anybody. Cindy Lou, Annabella, honey, and your mama. Hello, Miss Nancy. Love you, gypsy girl. Hello, hello. I got all of y'all up there. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Mosquitoes, these small, do you think $347,000 reward has a message in it? Like we suspected the 105 reward. It's a possibility. Possibility. I don't know. Hey, Hobo's Life. I don't know. It's a possibility. 50,000 of that is coming from the FBI. And I don't know. The rest is coming from Dog and At Night Media. So they always do things for a reason and a purpose. So it may have a message. It may mean something. Only the person or persons, I should say, would know that, right? Hey, Holly, thank you so much. Thank you for your super sticker. Thank you, Holly. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There's my bell. Woo! There's my bell. I'll ring my bell so loud, I will shake on all the bushes. Hey, Tony. Hello. Great to see you, honey. Hello, hello, hello. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. So I wasn't feeling my Grady's. I've started talking Wheaties and Grady's and Odie's. I wasn't feeling my greatest today, but I guess now I'm feeling my Wheaties. I don't know. Hey, Bo and everybody coming in. Oh, Inga's laughing at me. I wasn't. So I guess y'all cheered me up when I come in here. I guess you cheered me up. I know I just haven't been feeling well. I haven't been feeling well lately. It's okay. I get in here and I start feeling better with y'all. You cheer me up. I need to stop procrastinating. Oh my goodness. Pale Rider, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see ya. Party. I don't really have anything really prepared. Very tired, sore all the time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think stress has about got me. Yeah. Yeah, prayers for Millie. She's been going through it with her brother. I know Daily Tab's probably not in here right now. She's been going through it with her husband. Everybody's been going through it. A lot of stuff. Just prayers all around for everybody. Okay, say the prayers for Seth. Prayers for Tony. Prayers for everybody. Prayers that we find Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers. So I don't really have anything. Even out of my head today, just not even really thinking today. Oh, thank you, Sally. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Let me shake some more bushes. Shake some more people out of the bushes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You are all appreciated. I was kind of going to mix it up tonight, a little crime. I'm going to talk about Sebastian because I do want to talk about a few things. A few different things. I'm not going to talk about no drama. I don't care about any of that no more. We need to get back to Sebastian. I don't care about any of that. So let's not, please, can we just please not? That's giving me just making me nausea. All of it's lies. So let's just not even bring it to that, okay? Did you get, yes, I did. And let's make this perfectly clear. Did you get an email, Thompson? I did. Thank you very much. And then somebody else sent me something. I want to make this perfectly clear. Hey, Charlie, good to see you. Yeah, no more drama. It's just very crappy. Like I said, let everybody have at it and eat what they want to eat. The sharks can have them. Okay. Anyway, I'm not even gonna do that. Janice, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Thank you. Whoever got that, I can't see, but thank you so much. Beautiful Janice, thank you. And Janice, I hope I didn't see on you and Millie both. Thank you so much for the cat or the other channel when I was trying to go live on my prizes the other night, and I anyway, when I had to switch lives, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy, for your super chats. What I'm trying to say, thank you so much. I got it. Thank you, honey. Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy, hello, welcome, Baba Rose, hello, welcome. Always good to see you. Moonflower and Medicine Man, hello, and Bridget, hello. I'm so glad to see y'all. So glad to see you. Welcome everybody. Welcome. So glad to see you. Now I lost my train of thought. That's why I gotta write it down, because I lose my train of thought. Oh my gosh. Smiley, get it together. Get it together, girl. Oh Lord, have mercy. Karen, hello. Yeva, hello. Oh my goodness. Oh, Juju, yeah, join the crazy train at Smiley's spot. This is why I gotta write things down. So yeah, Sebastian, that's the most important thing. Just keep saying his name, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Lord have mercy. I was gonna say something and I absolutely freaking forgot. Oh, don't you just love this? Oh, anyway, thanks everyone for coming in. Well, let me get this story. Oh, I know what it was. Okay, so, but I do have something in my phone I wanted to say. Okay, because, and I will probably have to look at that, because I saw where Jennifer is doing something on a cold case tomorrow. I thought it was actually today. I don't know what she's going to say, but we ain't having Sebastian's case go cold. Absolutely freaking not. I don't know where she's even going with that. I ain't saying nothing bad about Jennifer. I love Jennifer. Love me some Jennifer. But it did get me to thinking about it. It got me thinking about it. Listen, that is their intent, I believe. That is absolutely their intent. And she might not even be going in that direction, but that is absolutely the distractions and what the intents and everything is. They want distractions for this case to go cold. And that hurts my heart. We're not, oh yes, she's very smart. She's very smart. And we're not going in that direction. Hey, Lorraine, welcome. We're going to do everything every day in our power, no matter what, to keep Sebastian's name and face out there. And I need y'all to help do the same. I need you to pass out these flyers. I need you to ask for flyers if you need them, even though you can print them off on your computer. I'll do everything in my power to mail you some if I have to. Even if it's 1, 2, whatever. But look, that's what I can, that's what I can offer and I can do. Okay. But we got to get these flyers out there, and it doesn't matter what we think, difference of opinions or whatever. If you are going out of town, if you're just taking a drive, post these flyers. Post them. Again, I know you think it sounds stupid, but if you're homebound and you still mail out your bills or anything, Put a flyer in your mail. If you're mailing a package to somebody, a gift or anything, put it in there. Just do it. Think outside the box. You got time to sit on here and belittle or research or whatever, good or bad or ugly. Take a flyer and put it somewhere. Do it. Who's going on America's Most Wanted? Who, Cindy Lou? Whoever's going, that is great. Who's going on America's Most Wanted? The parents? Not the parents. Katie and who's going? Well, great. That's good. Good. Is Seth going on there too? Seth, Katie, Chris, Katie, and Seth. Yes, that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. You took the wheel. Thank you. Thank you. That needs to happen. Look, I have nothing bad to say about that. That needs to happen. They've already taped it. Thank God. Thank God. This is a blessing. Listen, that needs to happen. That needs to happen. They need to go on there. They could go on the morning shows, Good Morning America, anything. Praise the Lord. I have nothing bad to say about that. And with Jennifer too? That's great news. That is great news. Look, that's great news, y'all. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I left Justin's early today. This is what we need. This is what we need. But whatever we do, we don't need to let, yes, prayers answered. Prayers answered. We don't need to let this case go cold. By no means. They won't all be together. That's okay. It's okay, y'all. Yes, that has a huge audience. It's okay, it's okay that they're separate. Oh my God, that is great news. This is the best news I've heard all year. I'm just saying, this is awesome, in my opinion. When does it air? When? Absolutely. This is, I am so happy. Exactly, Mama Risa. This is the best news. And this, me too. No date yet. Okay. Mid-April. Jesus, why? Well, at least it's getting out there. Okay, well, just a few more days till April. Time is passing by fast. April, but not announced. Okay. Well, this is great news. Great news. I just left out of there early today. I wasn't in the mood for... Plus, I wasn't feeling well, so... I know. But look, Seth did try, so I'm not gonna... Yeah. Wow. All I'm asking you on this, look, just please do anything y'all can to anybody coming in after this. I want you to please think outside the box. What we can all do, anything we can do, anybody we can write, if it's anything we can help to get them on, even Seth, whatever, on any shows. I know he's got Tony, but whatever we can do to pull together to get any attention to Sebastian, we need to do that. No matter where it's at. And I, had mailed out some flyers here last week or whatever, but I think it might have been over a week now. But I'm going to continue to mail out flyers. I don't care. This case cannot go cold. It cannot. Sebastian deserves to be found. He needs to be found. And if Katie and them didn't do anything, then they need closure too. Think about that. Think about that. I know, Trooper's mom. Isn't it the truth? Isn't it the truth? And if Sebastian's out there somewhere, do you not think he is wondering what's going on? And, I don't want to hear this. He don't have a sense of time or whatever. I will, Roxy. Can you email me? I think I have your address, but from a while back ago. But can you email me your address again? And I'll be happy to. And I will. I know it's hard for some people to get out and do that. And I will. I definitely will. We just got to think of ways to. I don't know what else. I don't know how would be helpful. In your areas, if you're in different states, if you could, when you go in, ask them, can you, post at their stores permanently, or if you have friends that run businesses or something like that. I don't know. It would be nice if we could get, if you have truck drivers in your family, hint, and they know other truck drivers that could get Sebastian's picture or poster splashed on the sides of trucks. Even if you're no longer a trucker, I would think you would be willing to do that. That's just my opinion. Yeah, and they did that in Michael's case. Just wondering, some people have real close blood relatives to that. I'm just saying, it would be awesome, wouldn't it? It amazes me. Yeah, Roxy, I'll definitely send you some. Hey, Grave Crime with Grace. Hello. Also, I was thinking places like laundromats. What if somebody had to go wash their clothes that in case they had him, or they were on vacation and they went to laundromats? And I know with Summer Wells, I have the video up. I videoed every bit of it. I took flyers to the fair. So any fair or carnival that is traveling, I did that. Everybody sit there and watch me. And with the flyers, with that, I only had one carny turn down a poster. I mean, a flyer. I was so pissed. But one actually took and posted right there in his booth. That was so awesome. Do you know how many people come through there? And I was passing them out to people on the ground and in the line and the officers at the gate. And I remember talking to people in the parking lot and the attendants that were parking cars, and the guys that brought up to me like about trafficking and stuff. It blew my mind that they even brought up that stuff and talked to me. It just blew my mind. So why not? Why not? You know, why not pass out flyers at places like that or events? I went down to the bike rally we have here, Thunder Beach, and did the same thing with Summer Wells flyers. You know, I was not even monetized on Summer Wells. Why cannot people do good in the world like that? Why? Sebastian deserves the same thing. You never know who's coming from out of town, who goes to these places, who has been to many towns and many states and may have seen him or heard something about him. We don't know. We just don't know. That's right, Mama Risa. Everyone in the U.S. should know Sebastian's name. They have, if they don't know his face, they should have heard his name. And then now they need to put a name with a face. That's the way I feel about it. Period. I think this right here should be next. And if Seth and Tony is listening, which Tony was just in here a minute ago, I pray, I don't know, but I pray that, I know a parent has to get law enforcement or invite back. And I know they were there in the beginning for whatever reason, drones. I wished they would be invited back and, look, at least look. That's just my thought. And spread out, I would do anything and everything that was available in my opinion. Just in my opinion. Yep, I said that fun to ski. Trucking companies need to be contacted. And that's what I was just saying. I don't know if you just come in and how, by the way. Remember they did that with Brandy and with Monkey. And I'm surprised it hadn't been done, since there's, even if they're not in that business anymore, you always know somebody. So Logan Center, Stephanie Proudfoot, Indiana. Logan Center, Stephanie Proudfoot, Indiana. I'm not sure what that means, Charlie. Logan. Trevor's passed him out at Bristol Speedway. He probably will this time also. Yeah. Yeah, Denise, I agree. Charlie, I'm not sure what that means. Logan Center, Stephanie Proudfoot, Indiana. Okay, Sally's going to check it out. And if you'll remind me about that. If somebody send it to my email, and so I'll remember, and then I can too. But yeah, I'm just thinking I'll probably forget it in 10 minutes. But yeah, and sometimes it's hard at the rest stops. They don't allow it, but a lot of times if you go in and just put them in the bathroom without asking, I've been known to do that. It don't matter if they see them or not for however long till they clean the bathrooms or whatever. But anyway, I just feel like if somebody can get eyes on this young man, then hey, whatever you could think of. Hey, Frank. Hello. Just whatever y'all can think of. Anything outside the box. But what I was going to tell y'all is... Tell me how I clicked out of that. Don't me. See. But what causes a case to go cold? Okay. It's when all viable investigative leads have been exhausted, and the senior investigating officer determines there's nothing further to progress in the investigation at that time. It's considered cold when investigators have explored all available avenues, inquiries, including interviews, evidence, analysis, and forensic testing, without reaching a resolution. Okay, so once they determine that there are no further steps that can be taken to advance the investigation, the case is often classified as cold. While there isn't a fixed timeline, a case is typically considered cold after a certain period, often a year or more after an active investigation without any significant breakthroughs. Look, we're trying not to let that happen, folks. We don't know what Ellie has or don't have. Seth talks to them on a regular basis, okay? And like we were talking about circumstantial evidence yesterday, they have mounds of it. I feel like, again, they're wanting one thing, and that's Sebastian. Okay? We all know that. But a lack of evidence, if they have a lack of evidence, in my opinion, there's no lack of nothing here. There's no lack of anything here. We heard the where I was thrilled to death with Rich and Ruby the other day with the Eric Craddock, where he come out with that interview. He didn't believe Katie from day one to save his life, nor did that police department. They did not. And I and everyone else gave them such a hard time. But after hearing that, I felt so much relief because I realized they didn't believe anything she said. They didn't. They didn't believe a thing she said. You're going to have to read between the lines. You're going to have to listen to what he said. Go back and play that interview. It's on my live now, and it's on Rich and Ruby. It's the one he found, dug up real hard, where Eric Craddock tells you. He tells you. He's not even sure if Sebastian didn't have shoes on. What? What did you say? He also said, I'm not sure what he was wearing. Come again? Yeah, it's all in the wording. They say they want to hear it from L.E., but when they hear it from L.E., it goes over their head. It goes over their head. Another thing that can make cases go cold is witnesses disappearing or being uncooperative, unwilling to come forward or change their stories. Melissa, it's in one of my lives, but never mind that. Don't even worry about mine. Go over to Rich and Ruby's. Go sub up to Rich and Ruby. Somebody go drop that channel again. It's in there. It's in there. Eric said it out of his own mouth. He done some digging and he got that video. Thank you, Not Crazy. Everybody that was in here that day heard it for themselves. I played Rich and Ruby. Eric Craddock said it just a few days after Sebastian went missing. He's good. It's Rich and Ruby. Ruby's his dog. He's good, Miss Grace. I promise you. If you like me and Justin, you will like Rich. He is really great, Miss Paris. Go over there and sign up to Rich and Ruby. You'll like him. You'll like him. He's very, very kind. Yeah, very kind. It changed my mind a lot about Eric. Now, I ain't saying I love Eric and all that bullshit. I still got some reservations about Eric Craddock, but I promise you, it changed my whole outlook about Eric when I heard that. Yeah, tell him Smiley sent you. He's got a heart of gold. Yeah. But technical limitations in the past forensic science may not have been so advanced, leading to missed opportunities to gather evidence. I don't think we got to worry about that. Or changes in record management or personnel, changes in records or management practices, or the loss of original investigators. I don't think we got to worry about that. But yeah, those are just some of the things that can cause cases to go cold. But, you know, we can't. We were told before, hey, Justin, we were told before, as long as people are talking about it, they're getting tips, and they are still getting tips. Thank you, Frank. Yeah. Then there's no reason for this case to go cold. There's no reason for it to go cold. Hello, Dixie. Okay, yep. Thank you, Trooper's mom. All right, Trooper's mom is saying that was on February 28th when Craddock made that statement. And that was when the cold, rainy weather was moving in. So that was February 28th when he said that. Thank you for that, Trooper's mom. So listen to that. And yeah, he didn't believe a damn thing she said, honestly. But yeah, he says in that one, he wasn't even sure that Sebastian didn't have shoes on. And he wasn't sure for sure even what he was wearing. And that come from Ellie's own mouth in a presser. Yeah, Kevin Hall is in a Facebook group, Holly. Now, I like Kevin too. No, it wasn't from today. It was about a week ago he did it. I think it was about a week ago. But I promise you, you'll see it. I forgot how it was titled, but yeah. Yeah, Holly, Kevin is smart. I like Kevin. He's got a Facebook group over there now. Hey, Nikki. Hello. Welcome. But I just basically wanted to tell you about, that about Sebastian. Really did. But I kind of want to tell y'all about some other things too. But if y'all know anything about Sebastian, you can call 1-833-TELL-DOG, or you can call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838, or you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Hey, Mike. Yeah, let's all work together to find Sebastian. No more drama. And you can call any FBI agent, local or any local one in your area. Please do. I know we're going to play some video in a minute that I wanted, I got the hiccups, that I wanted to show y'all about the little man in Connecticut. I wanted to show y'all some of those updates that I promised you. I usually don't do them all together, but I wanted to show you some of that. But I wanted to show you, I don't know if any of you here is local, what was going on local here today. Maybe Smiley can do a live interview. With who? With who, Charlie? I'm sorry I missed that. Maybe I can do a live interview with who? I don't see who you said, but I'm up for it. I'm up for it. Oh no, there is a guy on here named Kevin Hall, and he was on here on YouTube, but he went to Facebook. I believe he's doing a Facebook group. I hadn't seen him on here in a long time, but he is very smart. So yeah, but so if anybody is in this area, or where, and this credit goes to, because this is happening as we speak. They've probably stopped now. I don't know if they have or not. Let me get it on here. Oh shoot, wait a minute. I gotta share the screen. Duh. I'm just trying to go yank stuff.
Standard size rugs just don't work for most spaces.
I
made it
here,
my mission for Nesta.
and this
not
is
only
Gulf
to give
World
access to custom size,
Park.
but excellent
Here.
quality rugs for anyone.
Why does this have commercials in it?
See for yourself at ournesta.com.
Why is this going on?
We start at 4 with some breaking news. News Channel 7 has confirmed that the FWC, along with USDA officials, are outside Gulf World Marine Park. This is coming after reports of unsafe conditions at the park and animal deaths there as well. News Channel 7's Jessica Foster is joining us live with the latest. Jess, what can you tell us?
So, Allison, I was actually coming home from the TV station when I passed by Gulf World and saw a lot of activity. I saw FWC along with Panama City Beach Police. I stopped by and I asked them what were they doing. What they told me is that they are conducting an investigation. FWC officers are on the side of the building here at Gulf World. You can't see it great right now, but they have a drone up. They've been flying that drone over the dolphin tank. I asked FWC officers why they're here, why they're conducting the investigation. And of course, they told us it's because of the concerns with animal welfare and the condition specifically of the water. It's not just FWC that's inside Gulf World, and they are inside the building. They were let inside the building today. It's FWC, FDLE, so Florida Department of Law Enforcement, as well as Panama City Beach and the USDA. So it's the Panama City Beach Police that are in there as well. Florida's Attorney General did post on social media that they obtained a search warrant to get inside. About 30 minutes ago, I saw a family coming out of Gulf World. They had towels wrapped around them as well as their swimsuits. And I said, hey, were you swimming with the dolphins today? They said, yes. They said they had a great time, but they didn't want to talk to me at all. And they quickly got into their vehicle. So it does seem like Gulf World is operating today, even though they have federal, state, and local officials inside conducting an investigation. We did ask FWC officers how long they expect the investigation to take. They said they don't really have a timeline. They do expect to be on scene for at least the next couple of hours. They said they will let us know the outcome of that investigation, but they don't want to speculate on anything or any of the conditions at this time. Of course, we're going to be here throughout the evening giving you the latest information that we find out. Allison?
Well, thanks, Jess. And like she said, we're going to keep you updated on air and online as that investigation unfolds.
Now, hold on. So this was all breaking out this afternoon. And I've got some more video for you. Okay, so let me just read this to you because there was, see all them cars right here? Hold on. I can actually play this one. Hold on. I'm playing on my phone. What's up with all these ads? For real? Hold on just a minute.
Investigation at Gulf World Marine Park.
And this is News 13.
Concerns from local and state officials about the wellness of the dolphins.
News 13's Amy Diaz joins us live from the facility. And Amy, what do you know so far?
Well, authorities can't say much yet. What they could say is that they were here conducting an investigation along with other federal agencies. I spoke with the PIO for the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, and they said due to the growing concerns and the health and safety of the marine mammals, they are conducting an investigation into Gulf World Marine Park. This all comes as hundreds of people online continue to push for Gulf World to be shut down after a fourth dolphin died earlier this month during a public show. They can't say anything because the investigation is currently active, but what we do know is that there were actually people inside of Gulf World when FWC showed up. They were quickly escorted reported out so FWC could go in and conduct their investigation. We also know that the Attorney General announced that they were actually executing a search warrant. Golf World has remained open despite the calls to shut down due to concerns over the safety of the animals.
Amy, one quick question. Did you see anyone carrying anything out of the facility?
We haven't seen anybody come in. When I drove in, we actually saw the Panama City Beach Chief of Police, J.R. Talamentes, walk in with somebody from FWC. He walked right back out, but we haven't seen anybody else come out of the building. All
right, Amy, thanks very much. Amy Diaz reporting live from the Gulf World Marine Park. We, of course, will have more on the story coming up tonight on News 13 at 6.
Okay, so also I want to show y'all this. This is like, no, I don't think I have it on there. I have it on, hold on. I want to show y'all something. This was really terrible. Okay, I just want to show you this one picture. This picture right here. I'm going to ask my mods, don't type anything in this because you'll all come up in here. All right, I want to show this picture real quick. Look at this water and this dolphin right here. Do you think I'd let my first of all, do you think I would let my kid swim with the dolphins in this? Just look at this if you can see it real good. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. So evidently Karen, why? Evidently last week, and I'm just hearing all this and I live here. Evidently last week, they kicked somebody out because they said something about this. They kicked them out. And I guess this is how this all got turned over. But they've had a few complaints because they've had 4 die there. This is just my understanding from today. I could get some of this screwed up, but this is what I was reading a few hours ago when I heard that everybody busted in on them, the FBI and everybody. But one of the dolphins, during one of the swims, because they let people come in and swim with them and stuff, I guess did a dive into the shallow water, and they had to take it out because it hit its head because the water was too low or something, and it died. So yeah, people started taking drones and got all these people involved. So we won't stay on this forever because then I'll be crying. But yeah, and Saturday, and Brandon, I don't know if you heard it or not, but Saturday, yeah, let me put this back up here, Mike. Thank you for that, reminding us. Saturday, they're going to have a peaceful protest. If you saw the girl on, there's a girl on Facebook. She talked to the news lady out there tonight. And no bullhorns or anything like that. Just a peaceful sit-down protest Saturday. I didn't catch what time or anything. But it was on Facebook. Yeah, that's what I heard. She's on Facebook. That's what they said. They're going to do that Saturday. I don't know if you saw it or not, but the news lady said she's got a thing on Facebook all the time. So evidently the news lady knows her. I don't know her. Do you know her? Yeah, Lisa, it's been, God, it's been a long time since we've been there. But yeah, I was shocked, honestly. Okay, they're doing it separate. Where Summer, it's yeah, they're not going together. It was already taped, but they're not going together. I'll explain it to you after the show. I'm just grateful they're on that show and it's going to be done. They will be on there, but not together. So that happened today. And then I want to show y'all this. Let's see. And I'm not sure which one is in order, so let me see. This I just cannot get over. This is the one I told you I was going to keep you up to date in the boy in Connecticut, okay? So hold on a minute. Let's see. And this is credit to News 8.
This is exclusive. The Waterbury police chief in his first sit-down interview providing some new information about the condition of the man police say was held captive by his stepmother in a tiny locked room for decades. It's a story that continues to dominate headlines locally and nationally. Catherine Hauser, you spoke with the chief earlier today. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Dennis, I did. Chief Fernando Spagnolo says that this case is striking to the core. He also told us about how the victim is doing right now. And the chief described what he saw when he walked through that house of horrors.
There's a fire. Okay. Oh my God, there's a fire.
A disturbing case sending shockwaves through our state and beyond.
My stepson is in here.
Waterbury stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, accused of the unthinkable.
Hey, Carol.
Stepson captive
Glad you're
for
here,
decades
honey.
in this house on Blake Street.
Ooh.
This is one of the worst treatments of humanity that I've witnessed in 32 plus years of law enforcement work. And to think that it was allegedly committed by a guardian, a stepmother,
Thank you, Lisa.
responsible for the care of a minor is really hard to get your head around.
Waterbury Police Chief Fernando Spagnolo in his first sit-down interview, sharing details about that chaotic scene.
Stepson's still inside. Yeah, he's right here. Okay.
And fire rescue on the night of February 17th.
Good,
The
Carol.
evolution of this case began with statements from the victim to the first responding officers.
One victim right here.
I give a lot of credit to those first responding officers for not discounting the statements that the victim was making at that time.
A 32-year-old man weighing only 68 pounds, allegedly risking his life for freedom. Early in that investigation, the chief says he walked through the house and described the small room the young man was held in since he was 11 years old.
It was a very small room on the second floor of the house, more so of almost a storage area, more so than a bedroom, but it was being utilized as a bedroom. The stunning vision image that sticks out for me the most is the exterior locks on the door to that particular room. You could witness the evolution of the locks. There was remnants of locks that had been replaced, maybe through the years, maybe through time, for sure, up into the current lock
send
that
it
was
to
on there,
me.
which was a sliding deadbolt. Shocking, just shocking.
Outside the now boarded up home, you see charred items, a mattress, and a radio. We're told the victim's only connection to the outside world was...
Look, y'all know how old that radio
inside
is.
that room. The chief shared how investigators built a rapport with the victim and described how he was during the police interview.
Very pure, very innocent, very truthful was his demeanor. Is his demeanor, actually.
Can you tell us how he's doing right now?
We have kept in touch with him. This investigation obviously very
Yeah,
active and ongoing.
in the 80s.
There's a lot of unanswered questions that we will continue to seek information about, and he's doing quite well. He's doing quite well physically. His physical, medical needs are being cared for. That being said, I think he's got a long road ahead of him to really cope with his isolation and those decades of life that he missed, and that learning experience.
The Department of Children and Families had reportedly been involved with the victim before in the early 2000s and initially released a statement to News 8 saying they had no records related to the family. However, the chief had new information for us.
I have been made aware that there have been old records that have been located at this point. Those records are still being gone through by the commissioner's office and legal staff at DCF.
And we are hoping to learn more about those DCF records in the coming days. In the meantime, Kimberly Sullivan, the main suspect in this case, is due back in court tomorrow morning. Stay with us, News 8, as we continue to follow this. And you could read more of my story on WTNH.com or the News 8 app.
Shit. Okay. All right, so let's watch this one.
Stages of dying.
We knew it. We reported it.
You've been locked in that room since he was 11.
She has denied all of these allegations.
Tonight, a shocking case of captivity after a stepmother makes a frantic 911 call.
Come on, come down, come down. Who else is in the house? Who else is in here?
Can we just watch this one?
A man's cry for help, taking matters into his own hands.
He lit that fire knowing he could very well die.
And the haunting details first responders will never forget.
At the time, when I thought was a child, he was in the fetal position.
There was a room in the house that appeared to have locks on it from the exterior portion of the house.
Some say red flags were raised 20 years ago.
Not a damn thing was done. That's the tragedy of the whole thing.
Accusations of neglect denied.
He was not locked in a room. She did not restrain him.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm going to get to that in just a
Provide
minute.
adequate care.
Thank you.
Don't weigh 68 pounds at 5'9". That is a joke.
I love him. I did not ever want this for him.
The Waterbury community shocked.
To know I was right by here this whole time.
Sorry, I didn't
and he was
see it
going
in
through that
chat.
suffering. It's heartbreaking.
Excuse me. We deep dive into the allegations of this case as the story unfolds.
Waterbury man held captive. An NBC Connecticut special report starts right now.
Absolutely. Thank you to the paramedics.
Tonight, a woman is accused of holding her
they see
stepson
every
captive
day.
for 2 decades. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Heideck.
And I'm Keisha Grant. Investigators say it all began when he was in the 4th grade. He's 32 now. It all came to an end when he set a fire to escape his home.
That fire revealing a tragic story of alleged isolation, neglect, and starvation.
The stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, has denied it all. NBC Connecticut's Amanda Pitts and Melissa Cooney have been digging into this story for us. They're
Good
live
night,
outside
Sally.
the home in Waterbury tonight.
Yeah, Mike and Keisha, I keep thinking back to that day when Kimberly Sullivan was first arraigned 2 weeks ago today. The courtroom was full of people, but you could hear a pin drop as those horrific details.
Yeah, we're going to watch the
And those are
mother,
details that
biological
Sullivan
mother.
denies. And the Waterbury police
what I
say
can
the
tell you.
investigation after that initial fire took around 3.5 weeks. And the victim says the abuse and neglect he faced lasted his entire life.
1996, the man remembers being 3 years old and sneaking out of a room to get food. He told investigators when the wrappings to the food he ate were eventually discovered, he started being locked in his room and began drinking water from the toilet due to the fact that he was only getting 2 cups of water per day. By the early 2000s, in the 4th grade, he would ask others for their food, steal others' food, and sometimes eat food out of the garbage, according to the warrant. In 2005, his elementary school reports this to the Department Department of Children and Families, and police visit his home twice. According to the Warren interview, he was told by his stepmother, Sullivan, to tell them that everything was fine. After the second visit, he was permanently pulled out of school. From 2005 to 2025, the man tells police he was kept in a room that was 8 by 9 feet, that always had a lock on the outside of his door. February 17, 2025, he tells police he set a fire and stayed on the floor when first responders arrived, believing this was the only way out of his situation. March 12, 2025, his stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, is arrested and charged with first-degree assault, second-degree kidnapping, and several other charges.
Now, Kimberly Sullivan was back in the courtroom today. It was a very brief appearance, just under a minute long. Take a look. This is her walking into court today along with her attorney. The state asked for conditions of release to be added. Sullivan's attorney says it's a GPS monitor. He says she maintains her innocence. Also in attendance today, the biological mother and half-sister to the victim. Take a listen.
The state has made allegations, and the state has to prove those allegations in court. Those allegations are serious, but those allegations are made by one person.
My son said that it started when he was around 3. That would be about the time that those two met. It's just disgusting that she's allowed to be on the streets right now.
Now, Sullivan is back in court on Friday. This coming Friday, he's expected to enter a not guilty plea. You'll hear much more from the biological mother and half-sister of that victim later on in the hour during our sit-down interview. Mike and Keisha?
Amanda, thank you. Now to that fire and the rescue that may have saved his life.
You know, if you go back to that night, investigators and firefighters say they expected a routine call, but nothing about it was routine. Body cam video captures the moment. NBC Connecticut was first to speak with responders.
Melissa Cooney joins us now. Melissa, what was their initial reaction?
That's right. First responders told me they thought they were rescuing a child from that home, but as they later learned, that person they were rescuing was actually 32 years old and only weighed 68 pounds.
Please hurry. It's 2 Blake Street. There's a fire. Okay. Oh my God, there's a fire.
Little did the Waterbury Fire Department know.
My son, his stepson is in his room, and I don't know, he did something with the TV.
Responding in just 2.5 minutes to this 911 call would change the course of one Waterbury man's life.
And it still got hotter and hotter. And at that point, the door opened to the second room, which was inside of that room. And that's where the main bulk of the fire was.
Captain John Paul Oldham's crew responded first to 2 Blake Street on that fateful February night. He said it was a run-of-the-mill room and content fire that only took the department 9 minutes to put out.
Come down, come down.
Come on down.
Who else is in the house? Who else is in here?
My stepson is in here.
How many other people?
Listen, that's it. I have 2 cats.
Everybody's out?
Yeah.
But your stepson's still inside?
Yeah, he's right here.
I ordered her out of the building. At that time, I had to tell her multiple times to leave.
I know, come on.
I'm coming.
The odder part of the call, seeing Sullivan's stepson laying on the floor instead of having left the building.
I saw the mother and at the time what I thought was a child in the kitchen.
Right,
he was
Mike.
in the fetal position in the kitchen.
I went up to him, scooped him up, and then just took him right out the front door the same way I came in, took him down the sidewalk, and then put him right into the ambulance. I couldn't imagine doing that, honestly, to get my freedom. So, I mean, it's just a sad situation all around.
Oldham says he looks back and recognizes some oddities of the home, saying the stepson was living in a room inside of another room, and says there were 2 other basically empty rooms upstairs too. He says he also noticed locks.
You know, he put a lot of trust in us. I mean, you know, it could have went the other way.
We're just there to do our job, and that's it.
The Waterbury Police Department say the stepson is receiving excellent medical care, necessary for extreme malnourishment.
The victim, considering what he's been through, it's really about his spirit. When anybody's around him, he understands what he's been through and where I think everybody's trying to get him to the future.
And Brunel says he's been able to talk to this person multiple times, says he's super easy to talk to and has a tremendous sense of humor. Guys.
Melissa, no doubt about it, he has got a long road ahead. Thank you.
And the man's disappearance for decades with few questions and scrutiny has state leaders wondering how this could have happened.
Chief Investigator Len Bestoff has more.
The problems with how a Waterbury family was raising their young son hit the radar screen in 2004 when school officials began to notice him taking other students' food and eating out of the garbage, reporting it to DCF.
We knew it. We reported it. Not a damn thing was done. That's the tragedy of the whole thing.
Waterbury police visited the home where the boy lived twice in 2005, but says those are the only records it has. The DCF said it has been unable to locate any records pertaining to this family, nor any records connected to the names of others who have indicated they made reports to our department, noting records involving unfounded cases are not retained after 5 years. State leaders say Connecticut can do better.
The key here is that there was a complaint made, and we still don't know where that complaint is, whether or not it's been discarded.
In the arrest warrant for the young man's stepmother, he told investigators he was pulled from school in the 4th grade because his parents were tired of DCF being called on the family because he was hungry. His former principal and police said at one point he was homeschooled. That's where NBC Connecticut Investigates has learned things fell through the cracks. Lawmakers confiding our state needs to tighten up its supervision.
The principal said that they called multiple times.
The checks and balances within the homeschool system to require families to check in.
Who should be there monitoring those kids who aren't in school and homeschool? We just can't lose touch with them. They can't fall off the radar screen. They're still our kids.
In fact, the National Home Education Legal Defense Association ranks Connecticut as among the least regulated states for parents or guardians to remove their children from class. While state officials could ask parents to show them portfolios of their children's work, the group said that is not necessary. Len Bestoff, NBC Connecticut Investigates.
Joining us now is former Fairfield Police Chief Gary McNamara, is familiar with cases like these. Gary, are cases like these common in Connecticut?
Well, they're not common in Connecticut to the extent that we've seen in this case. But we do know that over a series of time and some studies that have been done, there are cases where people are removed from school because they're afraid that they're going to be discovered for some sort of an abuse against their children. So they do exist in Connecticut, certainly not to the extent that we've seen here in this case.
Gary, speaking of the extent, we have heard the horrific details, the alleged abuse and cruelty. What is the recovery like for this victim? We know that there's been psychological as well as physical trauma.
Yeah, we have to look at this like a domestic violence case in a lot of ways. And domestic violence is about control. So one of the first things that this individual needs to do is have control. And he showed that because he took action to rescue himself. So control is going to be a big important thing. Even small decisions that he can make in his life are going to be important. But there will be physical issues that he's encountering given the space that he was in. There will be emotional issues. There may be even some guilt along the way when he starts to realize what he did, believe it or not, to his stepmother, just because we see in cases like this where people become attached and they don't know anything better. They know they need help, they get the help, but then at some level there could be some level of guilt. Certainly reintegration or integration in this case to society, and then who is he going to connect with? This is an 11-year-old boy who comes out a 30-year-old man. Who is he going to connect with? The people that you think he would, his family, is not necessarily there, and at least the step family is not there to embrace him. So integration is going to be tough.
So when police do a wellness check, we think this poor man has been there 20 plus years. What does that look like? Do they just do a door knock? Do they need a warrant? Can they go in the house? Could somebody have intervened in these last 20 years?
Well, it's hard if he was hidden. I mean, really, it comes down to hiddenness. Certainly, if somebody, a family member, a neighbor, or someone along this journey had called the police to say, I'm a little concerned, it really would come down to a knock and talk, and basically knock on the door, try to do some interaction to see whether or not he was there, whether he's healthy. And that might have been fruitful or it might not. What we know is that at 11 years old, when the police came knocking, he lied, which in his mind probably showed that there is no hope for me. So I'm not going to escape. We talk about whether or not he could leave. Why didn't he leave? You didn't need a lock on the door. He was controlled so much that he was afraid to leave.
Gary, when we look at this arrest warrant, all indications are that there may have been other people in the home. Right now in the investigation, could anyone else be facing prosecution, at the very least, tough questions from police?
Well, they're gonna ask a lot of questions. And remember, the fire happened, and then about 30 days later, the arrest happened. So they've done a lot of work already, but their investigation will continue. And what it's going to focus on is, number one, bolstering their case. Because now that it's public, you're going to get a lot of information that you couldn't get beforehand. People that were afraid to come forward will come forward. And during those conversations, police are certainly going to be looking at trying to answer that question. Was there somebody that knew that was going on, was complicit in it, or actually helped keep this individual locked up for such a long period of time?
Chief Gary McNamara, we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you,
expertise.
Inga.
Thank you. Still ahead.
All right, now let's watch the mother. I think this was the one. I mean, they had some more on there, but I think I want to watch this one. Hold on. Let's see. I want y'all to watch this real closely.
A lot of pain. A lot of pain.
As a biological mom, I'm sorry to ask you this question, but do you feel responsible at all, or
no? I'm not. I did not serve him. I did not neglect him. I thought he was going to be with his father where he was safe. That didn't turn out to be the case.
Please move over here.
How shocked were you when you heard that about the abuse, what he had suffered over the years?
I was heartbroken, angry. There's just so many emotions.
Yeah, Brandon.
You don't think this happening to anybody, let alone your own child.
Tracy, where did you think he was all these years?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. And I was not expecting him being locked in a room.
Were you looking for him?
Yes.
How did you find out?
My sister had called, and she had seen the rescue on TV.
What did you know about Kimberly Sullivan before this had happened?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
When you heard that he actually laid a fire in order to escape, risking his own life, for a mom's heart, it must be so terrible.
It was terrible, but I am proud of him for doing that. It took a lot of strength and courage to do what he did. And
it gets worse.
What was it like seeing her in court today?
Disgusting. It's just disgusting that she's allowed to be on the streets right now.
What do you want to...
Right.
Yes. So the two daughters also knew that
if you read up on it,
there, they didn't say anything. They're complicit.
They didn't live very far from
even the daughter's boyfriend that knew he was there. They all need to be charged.
It was her, someone's grandma there, like your mother or his mother?
Both my parents are passed.
What do you
tell us about his father?
Craig.
All these years ago, you knew him
obviously. Well, I never knew him as being evil.
But he told the police that once Craig had passed away, it actually worsened. Do you believe that to be true?
I do believe that to be true. And as a matter of fact, if they're saying that, if my son said that it started when he was around 3, that would be about the time that those two met.
Have you been able to talk to him?
No, not yet.
What would you say if you saw him?
I love him. I love him.
When was the last time you saw him?
6 months. He was 6 months old.
6 months
Over
old.
the years, did you try to locate him, or what did you do? What did you do in order to locate him?
Well, we tried doing searches, my daughter and myself. I went through high school yearbooks. There was nothing there. Even if you were to type his name in on any search engine, you're not going to find anything.
Didn't you suspect that he was with Craig, actually? Or did you contact Craig and find out?
Well, when he turned 18, I figured he'd be out in college or getting a job or doing something, people do.
Mm-hmm. But were people calling Craig and Kimberly saying, where is he?
I don't know. They wouldn't even tell me where they moved to after.
You can't make this shit up.
They got together and moved.
Stephen King.
I mean,
couldn't
Craig's
make this
own
shit up.
brother hired a private detective because he was suspicious.
Well, we already know how DCF turned out for him. They failed him.
Oh, she thinks she's gonna get some of that DCF money.
I will try my best to be. But I'm gonna be here to watch everything for my son.
Do you have any chance right now to get any update about your son's condition, how he's doing, where he is, when you might be able to meet him?
I don't know where he is. When he is healthier and he's stronger, if he wants a relationship with me, I am right here. I'm not going anywhere.
Yes. I bet you ain't. I bet you ain't.
Of course.
Thank
you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's Tracy.
Yep. My daughter.
I heard or I read that DCF took him away from her and gave to Dada. That's what I read the other day when all this breaking news.
Welcome to the Connection News at 7:30.
We're live on this. So first, the sister come out of the woodwork. And I think for whatever reason, the sister might have got out of the foster home and went back to her mama. And then now her mama's come out, now his mama's come out of the woodwork. And Lord, I hate to say this, but they're probably plotted a scheme together because she was raised with the mama and they're after the money. That's just the way it is and what I'm telling you. And if it was me, well, you see, evidently, they ain't letting them, either one, know where he's at. Yep, they ain't letting them. Annabella used to, she don't know more, so I can tell this. She used to work for CPS. And I know it's CPS dropped the ball and all that shit, but they got adult CPS care and all that now. But she can tell you, they ain't telling that mother for a reason. In court or nobody else. They don't give a damn that she's the biological mother and a relative now. They ain't telling her for a reason. His condition, you heard it out of her own mouth. They ain't telling her for a reason. She don't have no rights. Why does she have any rights? She don't have no rights to him. Annabella said, true damn story. Because the last time she saw it out of her own mouth, she said when he was 6 months old. Because DCF took him away from her. It's in black and white writing. Y'all don't go do your own research. Now, normally, if something like that happened, they'd be glad for the mother to come forward and give information and let the mother see. Don't be blind. There's a problem here, y'all. She's coming out of the woodwork for the money. And look up his GoFundMe the other day. It was way over 100,000. I don't know what it is now. Yep, this happened to him last month, and the doctors are getting him well right now. He has a lot of psychological and a lot of stuff he's going to have to go through. Did y'all not hear that cop just say to integrate him even back into public anything? It's going to be hard. Yeah, she lost custody. She didn't just admit that there, but that was already in the news. She lost custody when he was 6 months old. I did a whole live on it the other day. Y'all can look up the Connecticut boy. You just pull it up under Connecticut boy that was held captive for 20 years. You'll get all kinds of information on this story. All kinds of information. You don't have to wait for me to go live. I just told y'all I'd keep you up to date. Yes, he weighed 68 pounds, and he was kept what did he, I can't remember, was it paper, some kind of paper, forgot what he started the fire with, but he found some stuff to start the fire with. It wasn't a regular stuff, you know, you wouldn't think. I'll tell you, his stepmother didn't think he was going to start a fire with what he had. Paper, printer paper, paper stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Awful. Awful. Horrible. Sanitizer. Yeah, sanitizer. And printer paper. Yeah. It was horrible. You have to go back to the whole thing. And she only gave him like 2 cups of water a day, and he had to end up drinking out of the toilet. And I don't know. It was just, God, it was terrible. He would have to how he would get rid of his feces and stuff like that. It was just horrible. Yeah, Trooper's mom, absolutely. And then the little girl, when she was younger, she ain't young now, but she thought she saw him in the window, and then she just thought she was seeing a ghost one time when she was on her swing set. It's like horrible. Yeah. There's real monsters among us. Yeah, he was hungry for 20 years. Oh, God, when you say it like that, it's... Oh. I know one thing, that principal was mad. And you know, that's what makes me think about Lori Page, the little girl missing. Her teacher, her teacher's the one that got her out there. Her teacher's the one that got her out there, and is the one that really got her in the news and everything. And her teacher's the one that cared about her. And I believe if Lori was to come back right now, her teacher would probably try to adopt her. I found out when I was on the ground over there that even them ladies in the park, I never will forget it, they said the same thing. And they're like, if it wasn't for her teacher. And then I heard it from the neighbor there. If it wasn't for her teacher come out here and knocked on the door. Her teacher got this started. Then I heard it from some other people, believe it or not, her teacher. And I think her teacher adopted some kids too. And they're like, boy, if her teacher could adopt her. I just thought, man. Oh, her mother made no sense at all. Talking about a raging Cajun lunatic. I don't know. There was somebody the other day, I think I posted it, but swore that they talked to Lori. Swore that they talked to Lori. I didn't see any updates or anything on it, though. Said she told them her name was Lori and everything. I wish they could find her so bad. That's another one. Her daddy's just out there in La La Land. I never will forget that. Exactly. The teachers are just, there's a lot of them that, and they see a lot of things, but when they don't get paid enough, and they don't care. They don't care. But when you find those that do care, it means a lot. It means a lot. when you get those that put the extra effort in and that really, really do care, because they put up with a lot. Imagine, what, 24, 25 students you take on. You got to have a lot of patience and a lot of, you know, yeah, for many, you're right. For many teachers, their students are like their children, and they'll fight for them. And there's others who don't give, are like some of these parents. They just don't give a shit. It's just a paycheck that don't pay enough, and they think it's definitely not their job, and it's well under their pay rate, pay grade, and they need to be the ones out of there. And if you don't love your job, I don't care what job you're in. I don't care if you think YouTube's a job, honey, it ain't. But if it's something you don't love, I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care if it's the damn dollar store. I don't care if it's freaking, I don't even know, being an office worker, being a brick worker. I don't know if it's sitting up out in the sun with your legs propped up. I don't know. If you don't love it, don't do it. If you grow sick of it, get out of it. And I don't care if you make $700 a day or $10,000 a week, or you make $200 a week. If you don't love it, don't do it. If you start getting bored and sick of it, it's time to go. Exactly. So many mothers just don't care. They don't. And fathers too. It's a shame. Yeah, I agree. School was Sebastian's everything. He probably couldn't wait to go to school, and I agree with you 100%. We saw the pictures. He seemed very happy there. He seemed like he really loved to go. He loved to go. It's my opinion. I'm sure he didn't like being at home by himself the majority of the time, and then going straight to bed at 8 o'clock. Really? Really? Get up and go to school. You know what? Get up at 6. Go to school. Get home 3, 3:30. Something like that. 4. Do everybody else's damn chores, cleaning up, taking care of everybody else's animals, making sure everything's perfect for when the adults got home. I mean, it just had to be perfect. Couldn't nothing be missed, because you would get in trouble. Don't worry, you're not in trouble. If you come through that door, you won't be in trouble. And then have to think about doing your homework. Rushing to get that done. Hopefully eating dinner. Because God forbid you can't get snacks. Snacks. I don't know when you get bath time. Nobody's ever talked about that. Surely she allowed him to get a bath every night. Because his own mother complained about him smelling, so surely she allowed him to get a bath every night. We never heard anything about a bath, only except at Seth's house. And then he would have to rush and get to bed by 8. Because God only knows what would happen if he didn't. Now, what 15-year-old do you know that goes to bed at 8? I'm just asking. Yeah. So who wouldn't love to go to school? Who would not love to go to school? And no wonder he didn't have friends. How could you have friends when you don't have a life? When you don't have no free times? I mean, exactly. It would be a disgrace for anybody. And did something happen in the bathtub, Katie? Right. Is that why you won't talk about a bath or a shower? And is that possibly why he did not have no shoes on? Oh, and I want to ask you this. Let me ask you this. You know how we were talking about the church yesterday thinks autism is demonic. And you know how everybody's showing these younger pictures, which that kind of slacked off, didn't it? Real fast, quick, in a hurry. That got old, putting them pictures out real fast, didn't it? Anyway. Either you didn't have too many or they didn't last long, got sick of doing it. Hell, bring them out. That's what I say, bring them out. But anyway, I was just thinking, the church maybe Kathy and them, he was diagnosed, about a year, maybe a couple years ago now. So everything was hunky-dory when he was smaller, right? Right? They went on trips, took Sebastian. we wondered what happened. What happened? They always didn't have a problem, right? Yeah, he was diagnosed November 2023. And then what went wrong, though? What went wrong? Yeah, Tyler Vallow, I'll say it, is the pastor. So they think it's this demonic bullshit or something after he got diagnosed, maybe. And then things, they wanted to put him in a home. Thought they needed to get him some help. Something went wrong. Then they had to start treating him like he was in the military. And is this where things started going downhill? And on top of that, he started growing up and getting hormonal, getting at that age harder to handle. Yeah. All that. Things wasn't working out soon enough. Seth couldn't take him soon enough. They were going to send him to a damn place that all kinds of children just ended up just deceased on their own hands, to the hands of Seth. Wasn't having that for his son. They just couldn't take it no more, though. So it was just going to be a one and done divorce, and that was it. Yeah, Chris said bedtime was always around 7:30. Did he have his bedtime at 7:30 that night, Katie? An old fella over there. Fella has his own crime channel. I love Jesus, Tyler Fellow. $71,000. 71.2K. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Join November 24th, 2016. Nothing on Sebastian, though. Well, why? Why nothing on Sebastian? I don't know. I've wrote him before. Won't answer that either. You would think a preacher would answer you. It don't have nothing to do with the family or not the family. But when you're asking something about a missing child, you would think a preacher might answer you. But he won't. Oh, I do too. If you hadn't ever stopped by that church, you might want to stop in there and take a look around. Wonder what they do with all their funds. Wonder where all their funds go. Brandon, remember that church down there on Back Beach Road? You know what happened to that guy, don't you? Lord have mercy. Oh, yeah, that's a real thing. Lord have mercy. See, y'all, I got me a little buddy here where I live. I can literally talk to somebody I know here. Yeah, I mean, why would you not talk to somebody where a child's missing? You don't even have to talk and tell them nothing, but why would you actually not, yeah, it makes you wonder. Yes, Trooper's mom. Maybe you should. You're making the date. It's interesting. When I dropped in there, I talked to the other pastor. I didn't want to talk to him about Sebastian. He has some nice teeth, by the way. Wonder where their moolah's going. I'm just wondering, honey. Look, y'all get creative. Y'all get creative with this. These flyers, get creative, okay? Put your thinking caps on. We cannot let Sebastian's name and face just sit there. We got to think about stuff, what we can do, how we can get his name and face out there, and keep it out there, because we got to bring him home. It may not be you, and it may not be I, but we got to do this together. We got to let all this bull crap go. Seriously. Oh, thank you. Everywhere. Everywhere. Anywhere that we can think of, and whatever we can do. And if you know anything about him, or if you think you've heard anything about him, please call it in. Don't let no information just sit in your brain and make you sit and wonder and think, should I, could I, what if? Just do it. Here's these numbers again. Right there on my screen. Call 1-800-TBI-FIND or 615-451-3838. Or you can call the tip line at 1-833-TELL-DOG, or at night 844-922-3236, or you can email Sebastian@manhunts.one. You have all those options. Just do the right thing and don't sit on it wondering, because time is wasted if he is out there alive somewhere. But if by chance he's not, he still deserves to be found, and his father deserves to know where he's at. There deserves to be closure on this case, and justice needs to be brought. But the justice can come later. Right now, we need to find him now, not later. Thank you. Y'all have a great night. Love you. Bye.